27 cars are lined up on pit road, the fans are piling in, the teams are ready to rock and roll, and that can only mean one thing. It is time for another round of Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series racing. We're live from Denver, Colorado, getting ready for the 2018 Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series season finale. For 4 drivers, this is the Championship 4 race. The highest finisher among them will win the title. And hello everybody, good evening and a very happy holidays to you all. My name is Jack Roberts alongside my great co-host Scott Miles and Connor Speed. Good evening everybody, I'm Scott Miles and I'm Connor Speed. We're live here from Denver, Colorado, getting ready for the Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series Championship 4 race, the Pepsi 500. It's a picture-perfect day here at the 1.5 mile speedway here in Denver, but come at the time to coronate the 2018 champion, it will be a beautiful snowy night. And that's going to be very exciting to watch. 500 dueling miles right stand between us and finding out who the champion is going to be. Now let's take a look at the drivers to watch for. Brought to you by Sunoco. Sunoco, fueling victories. The championship 4 will be Kyle Larson, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Blaney, and Chase Elliott. The highest finisher among these 4 drivers wins the title. Alan Jolie and Nicole Behar have been the class of the 2018 Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series rookie field, and they look to settle it between themselves for top rookie honors tonight here in Denver. This is Casey Kane's final race and his last chance to score a win. We congratulate Casey Kane on retirement, and we thank him for all the great memories that he's given us in NASCAR. Paige Decker has been announced by Spitfire Racing to have a 3-year extension. It's just not sure what number she will drive. Congrats on the extension, Paige Decker, and best of luck to you in 2019. Dale Earnhardt Jr. failed to qualify for today's race here in Denver, Colorado, but however has been tagged to be an honorary pace car driver. The other honorary pace car driver will be Jeff Gordon as he drives his classic 2003 number 24 Pepsi Chevrolet. Chip Ganassi Racing has confirmed what we all feared. Target is leaving the sport. However, on a good note, they have actually gotten sponsorship from DC Solar, so congrats on finding new sponsorship for 2019, Kyle Larson. And that will do it for the pre-race show. We now take you trackside for opening ceremonies and the command to fire the engines up for this championship race. Race fans, we welcome you to the Pepsi 500. We begin the opening ceremonies by honoring our 2018 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion. And now, here is the 2018 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion, Kyle Busch! Kyle Busch from Las Vegas, Nevada had 8 wins on the season and finished 4th in Homestead to clinch the title by 72 points over Kevin Harvick. We congratulate Kyle Busch on his 2018 Sprint Cup championship. And now, we are proud to introduce you all to the 2018 Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series Championship 4! From High Point, North Carolina, driver of the number 21 Wood Brothers Racing Ford, Ryan Blaney! From Dawsonville, Georgia, driver of the number 24 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet, Chase Elliott! From Elk Grove, California, driver of the number 42 Chip Ganassi Racing Chevrolet, Kyle Larson! From Mayetta, New Jersey, driver of the number 78 Furniture Row Racing Toyota, Martin Truex Jr. Race fans, we would like to invite you to join us in singing God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my
Race fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats in a moment of silence to honor the fallen soldiers of our great nation. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Party started with the most famous words in motorsports. Drivers, get ready to rock it and crank them up. Start your engine. 450,000 fans screaming, 27 cars for life on pit road, and now it's time to go take a look at the starting lineup. Brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it. On the pole position will be Alan Majoli, and starting second will be Jamie McMurray. Row 2 has Martin Truex Jr. starting third. Casey Kane starts fourth. Row 3 has Trevor Bayne starting fifth. Casey Atwood starts sixth. And in row number 4, starting seventh will be Kevin Harvick. Brad Keselowski eighth. Rounding out the top 10 in row 5, ninth Nicole Behar, 10th Tom Majeski. Starting the race in row number 6, you have Kyle Busch in 11th, 12th Jimmy Johnson. In row 7, Darrell Walsh Jr. starts 13th, 14th Ryan Blaney. Rolling off 15th will be Paige Decker, 16th Justin Allgaier, that's row 8. Row 9 has Ryan Hunter-Reay starting 17th, rolling from 18th Chase Elliott. Rounding out the top 20 and 19th, Matt Kenseth. Alex Bowman rolls off 20th. Row 11 starting 21st will be Landon Castle, 22nd Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Row 12 has Natalie Decker rolling off 23rd, 24th Kurt Busch. Row 13 is starting 25th. Joey Logano rolling from 26th will be Scott Speed. Rounding out the field in 27th today is the 42 car of Kyle Larson. And here's a look at your onboards. Jimmy Johnson will carry the Lowe's onboard camera. Ryan Hunter-Reay carries the Fire Amp onboard camera. Landon Castle will be carrying the Altel Energy onboard camera. And Casey Atwood carries the Dodge Dealers onboard camera. Ty Majeski will be carrying the iRacing onboard camera. He'll be joined by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. with the Sunny D onboard camera. Matt Kenseth will be carrying the DeWalt Tools onboard camera. And Kyle Busch will carry the M&M's onboard camera. The Championship 4 will all have onboards as well. Martin Truex Jr. has the Bass Pro Shops onboard camera. Ryan Blaney has the Ford Motorcraft onboard camera. Chase Elliott has the 3M onboard camera. And finally, Kyle Larson with the Target onboard camera. Honorary pace cars at the front of the field today are Jeff Gordon in the number 24 Pepsi Chevrolet, the sponsor of the race, and Dale Earnhardt Jr., the number 8 Chevrolet. Dale Jr. did not qualify for this race, so his last race was Homestead. How cool would it have been to send Casey Kane and Dale Jr. off in the same race? It would have been something special. Well, either way, we're about ready to rock and roll. The green flag will fly in the air. Alan Majoli will lead us to the green flag. His car rolls in. They roll off turn 4. They're in the restart zone. Green flag in the air, and away we go. World Championship Racing in Denver, Colorado. They head for turn number 1. Martin Truex Jr. to the inside of Alan Majoli. He'll take the lead down the back straightaway. They roll into turns number 3 and 4. Truex gets a run on the inside. Now he'll swing to the outside and take the lead on lap 1. Here comes Trevor Baynes looking for a run. Now Alan Majoli, he'll take second. Now they split Truex Jr. down the middle. Harvick looks to the inside to try and take the lead, but Majoli's going to hold on the outside. He'll pull off Martin Truex Jr. and Majoli will lead lap number 2. Nicole Behar will take the lead going into 1. Down the back straightaway they go off turn number 2. Flying down into turn number 3. Harvick's going to try and make it 3 wide. Try to allow Majoli slams the outside wall. He'll slam the car on the outside wall, brings it to a stop, and the caution's out on lap 3. First caution of the race. Watch what happens to Alan Majoli. He gets loose, he saves it, but then he hits the wall hard. And that's not what he needed in this championship race, especially if he's trying to win top rookie honors. Okay, pit road is open. Teams are electing to make stops here on lap number 4. Kelly, take it away.
And thanks you guys. Right now, Kyle Larson has just pulled in my section of pit road telling crew chief Chad Johnston that his car is absolutely tight and he cannot run the outside the way he wants to. So crew chief Chad Johnston tells his team to take out tire pressure, track bar, and wedge. 4 tires of fuel was the call. Kyle Larson just rolled away. Darrell Wallace Jr. rolls into my section of pit road as well, telling crew chief Drew Blickenspurt that the car is absolutely loose and he's having to fight it in every turn. So they're adding tire pressure, track bar, and wedge. 4 tires of fuel. They tightened up the last of the left side leg. Let's top them up with fuel. Darrell Wallace Jr. rolls away. Trevor Baynes rolls into my section of pit road, telling the crew chief that he's having to fight the car in on exit of the turns. So they're tightening him up for on exit while trying to keep the balance of the entry. 4 tires of fuel. They send Trevor Baynes on his way. Chase Elliott just rolled into my section of pit road as well, telling crew chief Alan Gustafson that the car is absolutely tight on exit and he cannot run it the way he wants to. So Alan Gustafson told his team to add tire pressure, hoping that would work. 4 tires of fuel. Send Chase Elliott on his way. Finally, in my section of pit road, Ryan Blaney telling crew chief Jeremy Pollins that the car is absolutely loose on exit of 2 and he cannot run it the way he wants to going into 3. So they're working on that. 4 tires of fuel was the goal. They send Ryan Blaney on his way. Calvin.
Thanks, Kelly. Natalie Decker rolls into my section of pit road, telling her crew chief that the car is loose in 1 and 2, but tight in 3 and 4, so they're trying to figure out how they're going to fix the balance for that. 4 tires of fuel to call from the crew chief. They top her off with some fuel and send her on her way. Paige Decker, Natalie's sister, rolls into my section of pit road as well, telling her crew chief that the car is absolutely tight on exit of 2 and 4, but she likes the balance of the entry. 4 tires of fuel. They made some adjustments to the track bar and sent her on her way. Joey Logano tells crew chief Todd Gordon that the car is absolutely awful on exit, and by that he means it's tight. So they're trying to loosen him up on exit while keeping the balance of the entry. 4 tires of fuel was the call. Tightened up the last of the left side lug nuts and sent him on his way. And finally, in my section of pit road is Scott Speed, the number 13 team, saying that their car driver of the number 13 says that his car is loose on entry and tight on exit. So they're trying to get a balance that Scott Speed is comfortable with. 4 tires of fuel, and they send him on his way. Let's go to Zach. And thanks, Calvin. Kurt Busch rolls into my section of pit road, telling crew chief Billy Scott that the car is absolutely great, but the problem is that he's just not getting anywhere because of traffic. 4 tires and fuel is the call. They tighten up the last of the left side leg nuts, stop him off with some no fuel, and send Kurt Busch on his way. Justin Allgaier telling his crew chief that the car is absolutely loose. 4 tires and fuel was the call. They're tightening up the track bar and wedge as well. They tighten up the last of the left side lug nuts. They top him off with Sunoco fuel, and Justin Allgaier is on his way. Martin Truex Jr., the championship leader, dominating this day so far, telling crew chief Cole Pearn that the 78 car is a rocket ship, and he likes it. So 4 tires and fuel, no adjustments being made to the 78. They top him off with Sunoco fuel, tighten up the last of the left side lug nuts, send him on his way. Rookie driver Nicole Behar told her crew that the car is absolutely fine. She just needs some fresh rubber and fuel. That was the call. They tighten up the last of the left side lug nuts, and they will send her on her way after topping her off with fuel. And Alan Majoli rolls into my section of pit road, the pole sitter telling his crew chief that he was fighting a loose race car, and it finally got away from him in 4 underneath that first caution. 4 tires and fuel, they're tightening up the race car. Now they top him off with fuel, tighten up the last of the left side lug nuts, and send Alan Majoli on his way. And here is the Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series race off pit road. Nicole Behar rolls off first, second Martin Truex Jr., third Chase Elliott, fourth Ryan Blaney, fifth Kyle Larson, sixth Kurt Busch, Justin Allgaier rolls off seventh, eighth Scott Speed, ninth Joey Logano, and rolling off 10th will be Natalie Decker. We are getting ready for the lap 7 restart. Kevin Harvick will lead the field to the green flag. The pace car rolls into pit road. Kevin Harvick and Casey Atwood roll off turn 4, and they will lead us back to the green flag and back in the air. Kyle Busch with a jump to second. He'll take the lead momentarily. Now Casey Atwood will take the lead. Down the back trailer, go into turn 3 and 4. Casey Kane takes the lead. He'll swing to the outside, and he will lead lap number 7. They head for turn number 1 and 2, side by side with Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson will take the lead, but not for long. Casey Kane holds on to it. They roll through 3 and 4. Johnson does not get the run he needed. Casey Kane leads lap 8. We begin lap 9. Down the back straightaway we go. Side. Casey Kane out in front. McMurray takes the lead. Truex gets loose, and Ryan Blaney takes the championship lead. That's the first time we talked about the championship all night. Down the back straightaway they go. Ryan Blaney to the lead. Ryan Blaney takes the lead, rolling up turn 4. He'll lead lap number 10. They go through turns 1 and 2. Joey Logano. Justin Allgaier goes for a spin. Justin Allgaier goes for a spin, and that brings out the second caution of the night. Now, did Joey Logano touch him? Let's watch on the actual replay. It's hard to tell from this angle, but just judging by the radios, Justin Allgaier said Logano did spin him. Pit road is open here on lap number 12. A flurry of teams electing to make stops here. Let's see what's going on pit road. Kelly?
Thank you guys for looking for that. There was Junior how the cars, and Bubba Wallace responded with the car being evil loose in the turns. So they're trying to tighten them up, and they will do a 4-turn fuel stop. They top off with some no-go fuel. They tighten up the left side limits and send them. There was Junior on his way. Chase Elliott came in and telling Alan Gustafson that the car absolutely will not find an entry now. Last time he was down there, it was exits that were killing him. So 4 tires and fuel, they top him up with the no-go fuel, tighten up the left side limits, and Chase Elliott on his way. Jimmy Johnson telling crew chief Chad Camaros that his number 48 car is just not running the way he wants it to. He says he cannot get anything going on exit, so they're trying to tighten him up on exit. 4 tires of fuel, they tighten up the left side limits, and Jimmy Johnson on his way. Kyle Larson also making a stop on pit road, telling Chad Johnson that his car is absolutely tight. So they're loosening him up a little bit. Now they're throwing on west side tires, tighten up the rest of the left side limits. They're gonna top him up with some no-go fuel and send Kyle Larson on his way, Calvin.
Thanks, Kelly. Casey Atwood rolls into my section of pit road telling his crew chief that the car is absolutely tight, so the crew chief tells his team to take out some rubber, some track bar, and wedge. 4 tires and fuel was the call. They just topped him off with some no-go fuel. They tightened up the last of the line and sent Casey Atwood on his way. Justin Allgaier telling his crew chief that whatever adjustments they made on that last stop, they did not work. The car is still driving like a cranky washing machine. 4 tires and fuel. They continue to take swings at the car, adding some rubber, taking out some track bar and wedge. They sent Justin Allgaier on his way. Matt Kenseth telling crew chief Jason Radcliffe that the car is absolutely tight and he cannot run it in the turns. So they're going to loosen him up by taking out some track bar and wedge and some rubber, 4 tires and fuel. They top him off with some no-go fuel, tighten up the last of the lug nuts, send him on his way. Ryan Blaney comes in telling Jeremy Bolden, his crew chief, whatever the adjustments they made on that last stop, they worked. More of that, please, as the car continues to get better. So Jeremy Bolden says 4 tires and fuel and the same adjustments they made on that last stop. Send him on his way after tightening up the last of the left side lug nuts. Martin Truex Jr. telling Cole Pern that the car is absolutely still on a rocket ship on rails. Do not touch it. So Cole Pern just said 4 tires and fuel. They race around to the left side of the car. Now they tighten up the last of the left side lug nuts, top him up with some no-go fuel, and send Martin Truex Jr. on his way. Now let's go to Zach. And thank you, Calvin. Right now, Joey Logano telling crew chief Todd Gordon whatever adjustments they made on that last stop did not work. In fact, they made the car absolutely loose. 4 tires and fuel was the call from Todd Gordon, as well as some adjustments. They're going to go back on the adjustments they made on that last stop, send him on his way. Trevor Bayne rolls in, telling his crew chief whatever adjustments they made, they didn't quite work, but the car has improved a little bit. So they're going to make the same adjustments that they made on that last stop. 4 tires and fuel, and they send Trevor Bayne on his way. Alex Bowman rolls in for his first stop of the day, telling his crew chief, Greg Ives, that the car is absolutely loose in the turns, specifically on exit. So they're tightening him up on exit while keeping the entry speed. 4 tires and fuel, they send Alex Bowman on his way. Kyle Busch rolls in, saying that his car is an absolute beauty to drive. Hopefully they can keep that going. 4 tires and fuel was the call from Kyle Busch's crew chief, Adam Stevens. They tighten up the last of the left side lug nuts, stop him off with fuel, and send him on his way. Pole sitter Alamo Jolie tells his team whatever adjustments they made on that last stop after hitting the wall, They worked. More of that, please. So they're putting some more rubber in the car. 4 tires and fuel. They top them up with Sunoco fuel and send out Majoli on his way. And here's the Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series race off pit road. Rolling off first will be Al Majoli. Second will be Ryan Blaney. Third goes to Martin Truex Jr. Fourth, Joey Logano. Fifth, Kyle Busch. Sixth, going to Alex Bowman. Rolling off seventh will be Darrell Wallace Jr. Eighth, Casey Atwood. Ninth, Matt Kenseth. Rolling off 10th will be Trevor Bayne. And we are getting ready for the lap 14 restart. Kasey Kahne will lead us to the green flag. Pace car rolls down pit road. Kasey Kahne and Jamie McMurray will lead us to the restart zone. They get to the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Kasey Kahne gets a great jump. They head for turn number 1. Landon Cassill's going to make it 3 wide. Now he'll take the lead. Landon Cassill's going to try and take the lead. He'll get a run off 4, and he will definitely lead that lap. Landon Cassill leads the way here in Denver. Kurt Busch to the front of the field. Here comes Kasey Kahne back to the point. He'll get it over Kurt Busch with a run on the inside. They'll go back to 1. Kasey Kahne goes to the outside. Ryan Blaney will take the lead back. Now here comes Ryan Blaney. He's not going to lead that lap. Kasey Kahne will. Majoli's back in this race. They head down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. And they're going to double 5-car melee. Then that's going to bring out the 3rd caution of the race. Let's take a look at what happened. If you watch it, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. had a tire go down, and that got Ty Majeski, the Decker sisters, and Alex Bowman involved. Alright, pit road is open here on lap 18, and you know what that means. We're closing in on it. It's money stop time! Kelly, what's going on pit road?
Thank you guys! Drew Blankenburg asked Darrell Wallace Jr. how the car is, and Darrell's responded with the car being absolutely evil to drive, and it's way too tight. So they're going to loosen him up 4 times and fuel it kind of the last of the left side. Letting us stop him over fuel and send Bubba Wallace on his way. Matt Kenseth telling crew chief Jason Ratcliffe whatever adjustments they made on that last stop. They worked! Don't touch the car! 4 times and fuel with the call from Jason Ratcliffe. No adjustments being made. They just tighten up the last of the left side, letting us stop him off with Sunoco fuel and send Matt Kenseth on his way. Scott Speed telling his crew chief that the car is absolutely loose in the turns, so they're going to add track bar and wedge to continue to tighten the car up. Now they add some rubber to the left and right side of the car. They tighten up the last of those lug nuts and they send Scott Speed on his way. Kyle Busch actually comes into my section of pit road as well, telling crew chief Adam Stevens that whatever adjustments that he will need slight adjustments to the car, so they're going to add a slight air pressure adjustment to the car. Last side tires going on. 4 tires and fuel was the call. They send Kyle Busch on his way. Brad Keselowski telling crew chief Paul Wolf that his car has absolutely been an evil monster to drive. So they are actually, though they had some loose or tight, he said loose. So they tightened him up. 4 tires and fuel was the call. They send Brad Keselowski on his way. Calvin.
Thanks, Kelly. Joey Logano telling Todd Gordon whatever adjustments they made to that car, they did not work. Now the car is just way too tight, so they're going to loosen him up and get it back to base setup that they had going into this weekend. 4 tires and fuel was the call, and they sent Joey Logano on his way. Jimmy Johnson telling crew chief Jack Canals whatever adjustments they made, the car just will not respond to them. He keeps swinging at the car. Jack Canals telling his team to take out some air pressure, track bar, and wedge, and they top him off with Sunoco fuel. 4 tires and fuel for Jimmy Johnson. Casey Atwood rolls into my section of pit road telling his crew chief whatever adjustments they made, they seem to have worked a little bit. The car is getting better to drive. So 4 tires and fuel was the call, and they send Casey Atwood on his way after tightening up the last of the left side lug nuts. Justin Allgaier telling his crew chief that the car is finally drivable. 4 tires and fuel is the call. No adjustments being made to the car. Left side tires going off. They put them on the car. New fresh left side rubbers on. They tighten up the last one and send him on his way. And Kevin Harvick rolls into my section of pit road as well, telling crew chief Rodney Childers that the car has been evil, has been a cranky washing machine, and that it's tight. Rodney Childers telling his team to loosen it up. They put left side tires on. Fresh good left side Goodyears on. 4 tires on fuel. They send him on his way. Let's go to Zach. And thank you, Calvin. Right now, Trevor Bayne rolls into my section of pit road, telling his crew chief that the car is actually gotten better as the run went on, so no adjustments being made to the car. 4 tires and fuel for Trevor Bayne. They tighten up the last of the left side lug nuts and send Trevor Bayne on his way. Jamie McMurray telling his crew chief, Matt McCall, that the car has absolutely been a handful to drive in that it's loose on exits of the turn, so they tighten him up for the exits for the final run of this race. 4 tires and fuel, and they send him on his way. Landon Cassill telling his crew chief that the car has absolutely been a beauty to drive. No adjustments being made to the number 12 car for this final run. They tighten up They take foot forward, two fresh left side Goodyears on. They tighten up the last of the left side lug nuts and send him on his way. Pole sitter Al Majoli saying that the car has been a beauty to drive since their last stop. They have taken every chance to come down pit road and adjust it. Now they're just doing 4 tires and fuel, no adjustments being made to the car. They tighten up the last of the left side lug nuts and send Al Majoli on his way. And here's the Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series race-off pit road for the money stops. Al Majoli wins the race off pit road. Landon Castle rolls off second. Third, Trevor Bayne. Fourth, Matt Kenseth. Fifth, Jimmy Johnson. Sixth, Kyle Busch. Seventh, Brad Keselowski. Eighth, Jamie McMurray. Ninth, Casey Atwood. Kevin Harvick will roll off 10th. We are about to go right back under the green flag. Ryan Blaney and Casey Kane will lead us to the green flag. Pace car on pit road. They enter the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. They race back for one. Ryan Blaney got a great jump on that restart. He'll go down the back straightaway. He'll take the lead. Here comes Brian Truex Jr. though. They'll roll for 3 and 4, and I'm not even sure who's going to lead that lap. NASCAR is giving it to Ryan Blaney. Off turn 2, they go down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Brian Truex Jr. got to run off 3 and 4, and Truex Jr. is going to lead lap 21. Just 4 laps remain in the season. Down the back straightaway they go. Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott have just arrived on the scene. They've been irrelevant all night. Now Chase Elliott is going to go to the lead. Chase Elliott takes the lead here on lap 23. Down the back straightaway they go into turn number 3. Chase Elliott holds off Kyle Larson. They will go all single final lap 24. 2 laps to go. Chase Elliott leads lap number 23. Down the back straightaway they go. Rolling into turn number 3. He's on the inside. He'll keep it on his momentum up. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. They go through turn 1 and 2. Blaney gets loose. Gets back behind Elliott. Now Elliott gets in front of Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson's going to slingshot in 3. They roll off 4. It's a slingshot for the ages. Kyle Larson wins the race and the championship. Kyle Larson will get the Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series Champions flag, and now he's burning it down and celebrating the big win. And now he's gonna do the Polish victory lap, and it's a big win for Kyle Larson. His 4th career Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series career has delivered him the biggest prize that the Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series had, the Champions Trophy. And an honor that no one's going to be able to take away from him as he rolls down the front straightaway. And now he's going to take the car to victory lane. Now that he's taking a long drive, but the drive is well worth it. He rolls into the infield. Now he takes it to victory lane, and the celebration is on. Congratulations to Kyle Larson and the 42 team on winning the Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series Championship and the Pepsi 500. Now it's time to go take a look at the unofficial race results. The Pepsi 500 is over. They're getting the champions stage set up for the celebration and the crowning of Kyle Larson as the Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series champion. Now let's take a look at the unofficial race results for the Pepsi 500. Kyle Larson wins the race. 2nd, Martin Truex Jr. Finishing 3rd, Chase Elliott. 4th, Ryan Blaney. 5th, Casey Kane. 6th, Kurt Busch. 7th, Jimmy Johnson. 8th goes to Ryan Hunter-Reay. Finishing 9th will be Nicole Bihar, and rounding out the top 10 will be Landon Castle. 11th place is going to Matt Kenseth. 12th place goes to Al Majoli. 13th will be Brad Keselowski. Finishing the race in 14th is Scott Speed. 15th goes to Trevor Bayne. Finishing 16th is going to be Kevin Harvick. 17th goes to Justin Allgaier. 18th goes to Darrell Wallace Jr. Finishing the race in 19th, Kyle Busch. Rounding out the top 20 is Jamie McMurray. Finishing 21st will be Casey Atwood. Finishing 22nd will be Joey Logano. Finishing 23rd will be Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 24th goes to Ty Majeski. Finishing 25th will be Natalie Decker. 26th, Paige Decker. Rounding out the field in 27th is Alex Bowman. Everyone from 23rd on back did not finish the race as they were part of a big crash on lap 17 when Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s tire went down. Now let's go take a look at the final point standings, the official point standings of the 2018 Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series season. The season is over. Race 14 has wrapped up, and now it's time to look at the official Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series point standings. Finishing the points on top is Kyle Larson, your champion for 2018. 2nd place will be Martin Truex Jr. 3rd place, Chase Elliott. 4th, Ryan Blaney. 5th, Nicole Bihar. Al Majoli finishes 6th. 7th goes to Matt Kenseth. 8th place, Brad Keselowski and Kurt Busch. Finishing the Finishing in the top 10 in points is Casey Payne. 11th, Kevin Harvick. 12th, Joey Logano. 13th, Jimmy Johnson. 14th, Justin Allgaier. 15th, Alex Bowman. 16th, Darrell Wallace Jr. Ryan Hunter-Reay 17th. 18th goes to Kyle Busch. 19th, Natalie Decker. Finishing the points in 20th is Trevor Bayne. 21st goes to Ty Majeski. 22nd, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 23rd, Paige Decker. 24th, Jamie McMurray. Landon Castle finishes 25th, 26th goes to Casey Atwood, 27th, Alexander Rossi, 28th, Clint Boyer, 29th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Rounding out the points in 30th is William Byron. 31st, Austin Dillon, 32nd, Scott Speed, 33rd, Ryan Newman, Connor Daly, 34th, 35th, Simona Di Silvestro, 36th, Tyler Reddick, 37th, Cole Custer, 38th, Vernon Poole, 39th goes to Reed Sorensen, 40th, Matt DiBenedetto, 41st, Will Power, 42nd, James Hinchcliffe, Ryan Reed, 43rd, and in 44th, as always, is David Starr. Alright, we are getting word that the champion stage is ready, the fans are ready, and it's time to go crown the 2018 Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series champion! Race fans, it is now time for the coronation of the 2018 Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series champion! Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series champion from Elk Grove, California, driver of the number 42 Chip Ganassi Racing Chevrolet, Kyle Larson! The 42 team walks away as the champions of the 2018 Alpine Stars NASCAR Cup Series season. Congratulations to Kyle Larson and the entire 42 Chip Ganassi Racing team on their amazing championship run. And we thank you all for watching. We'll meet up again in Daytona for the 2019 Daytona Speedways. So until we meet again then and there, on behalf of our producers, camera crew, pit reporters, and my great co-hosts Jack Roberts and Scott Miles, I'm Connor Speed, signing out for now, saying so long and happy good night, satellite. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. Transmission ends now.